Hi Otters, hope you're all well and enjoying another beautiful day. As you can see, I'm at school today, been at school this week, so I thought I'd take this opportunity. Year 5 and Year 6 are doing forest schools at the minute and record the story for you guys today. So, I can't sleep. It's partly because I slept for half the day and also because I'm worried. Zelda can't sleep either. I can feel her tossing and turning next to me in the darkness. Don't fidget, I whisper to her. You'll drag the covers off Genia. I'm not fidgeting, whispers Zelda, turning over again. I'm thinking. Luckily, Genia is a deep sleeper because Zelda is the noisiest thinker I know. Felix, says Zelda, after Genia's husband gets here, will there be enough food for us all? Don't worry, I say. I'm sure there'll be enough. He can help us get more if we need it. Zelda is so clever. Only 6 and she's thinking about grown-up things like that. I'm 10, so it's natural for me to worry, especially now I know the real reason Genia is so unhappy. Genia told me earlier when I was helping her clear up. It's all right, she said to me. Gabrielle won't mind you being here. It'll be fine. That's all she said, and I know what she meant. Genia's worried that when her husband gets back and sees what the Nazis are doing to people who protect Jews, he might think it's too risky for me and Zelda to stay here. Too risky for him and Genia. I haven't said anything to Zelda yet. I don't want to worry her. Little kids should be protected from worry as much as possible. Now that Leopold and Trotsky and the chickens have gone, poor Zelda hasn't got anything to take her mind off the war, except for one pencil and some fish bones. I close my eyes and try to think of a good side to Gabrielle coming home. For example, if he doesn't throw us out, Zelda will be able to see him and Genia being loving to each other, and that might bring back happy memories of her real mum and dad. That makes me feel better. I'm not going to think any more negative thoughts about Gabrielle. I peer at Zelda in the gloom to see if she's getting sleepy. She's still awake and she's frowning. Felix, she says, after Genia's husband gets here, what if he doesn't want us? Then the next day dawned, and the one after that, and quite a few more, and Genia's husband didn't arrive. He must be having trouble with his travel arrangements, I say to Zelda. We feel sorry for Genia, but relieved as well. We stay feeling relieved right up until the next morning when the local police come round to all the farms with strict instructions. Everybody be in the town square at 10 o'clock on the dot, by the order of the Nazis. We don't want to go, but we have to. Everyone does. We're all very gloomy as we trudge into town. It's drizzling and the road is muddy and the wind is cold. Me and Zelda and Genia have got our coats and hats on. Mrs. Plazek is wearing 2 headscarves. She's so gloomy she doesn't even say hello, just stares down at the road as she walks past us. This makes me feel worried. When you're a Jew in hiding and somebody stops being friendly, it could be serious. Or maybe Mrs. Plazek is just worried like us. Maybe she doesn't know either why the Nazis want us in this town square. Genia, why are the Nazis making us be in town? Says Zelda for the 100th time. Don't worry, Violetta, replies Genia, also for the 100th time. It'll be fine. But she doesn't look very sure. Earlier, as we were leaving the house, Zelda whispered to me that maybe everyone was going to town to have a party to welcome Genia's husband home. I told her I didn't think so. I also told her that he might not be home for a while yet because Germany is a long way away. That cheered her up a bit. Me too, for a couple of minutes. But now I'm worried again. Why do the Nazis want us in town? Revenge for what happened at the river? I'm also worried we might bump into Cyril and his gang. Even if the Nazis don't want revenge, I know Cyril does. Genia, says Zelda, will the Nazis make us go shopping in town? Genia gives a big sigh, which can sometimes mean she's getting cross. I might as well tell you, she says. You'll find out sooner or later. They're making us go there to mock Jews. Genia's right. That is why we're here. Nazi soldiers and local police and Hitler Youth are making everyone stand on both sides of the town square. They're making us look at a straggling line of Jewish people shuffling past us. I can tell the people are Jewish because they're all wearing white armbands with a blue star. The star reminds me of the one Mum has on her plate for special cakes. Used to have, I mean. I'm feeling very sad because these poor people are so thin and pale and their clothes are so ragged. A lot of them look ill. don't know how they can walk, especially the old people and the little kids. They probably wouldn't be walking at all if the Nazi soldiers weren't yelling at them and hitting them. Murdering Nazi scum, mutters Genia softly, so only me and Zelda can hear. Where are those people going? Says Zelda in a loud, concerned voice. A man standing next to us chuckles in a not a very nice way. Railway station, he says. One-way ticket to somewhere hot, and I don't mean Africa. I know where he means. A death camp where the Nazis burn people up after they kill them. Some of the people around us are laughing. Others are disgusted. I'm not sure if they're disgusted with the man or because some of the Jewish people have been sick onto the cobbles. Filthy vermin! The man yells at the poor, straggling prisoners. So do quite a few other people. I don't understand. Why do the Nazis want us to mock and insult the Jewish people? Aren't the Jewish people suffering enough? I wish we could help them. I wish we could at least give them some food or clothes from Mrs. Sinsky's shop or something. Genia nudges me. Shout at them, Wilhelm, she whispers. For a second, I don't know what she means. Nazi soldiers are glaring at us and making it hard for me to think. Filthy vermin! Genia yells at the Jewish people. I'm not exactly sure what vermin are, but I can tell from the fierce look on Genia's face that it's not a nice thing to call people. I'm shocked until I see how sad her eyes are. Suddenly, I realise why she's doing it and why she wants me to do it as well. It's to make us look like we hate Jews, especially me. Go on, Genia hisses at me and Zelda. I can see Zelda doesn't want to. I can see from her frown that she wants to go home. But she can't, because Genia is holding her hand very tight. I'm worried by Zelda's frown. If she loses her temper, I know what will happen. She'll yell out something that will make the Nazis think that neither of us hate Jews. I have to do it. I take a deep breath and try not to look at any of the Jewish people, and I do my best. Filthy vermin! I yell. But suddenly I'm thinking of Mum and Dad and their journey to the death camp, and my voice goes wobbly and my eyes fill with tears, and I wish I could be like Leopold's friend and point a gun at all the laughing faces and pull the trigger and... I shut my eyes and make the thoughts go away. I tell myself to think of Zelda. I remind myself I must never do anything to put her in danger. When I've calmed down, I open my eyes. I'm too ashamed to look at the Jewish people. I look over their heads. That doesn't really help because now I'm staring at all the dead people hanging from the wooden posts. There are lots of them because the Nazis did take revenge for what happened at the river. I look in another direction and see somebody I recognise. Standing near us with his back to the Jewish people, helping the other Nazis supervise the onlookers, is the Hitler Youth boy who spotted my Rickmal Crompton book. Except he's not doing much supervising. He's staring off into the distance like I was trying to do. He doesn't look stern and enthusiastic like the other Nazis. He looks sad. Filthy vermin! Yells Genia loudly. I tell myself she's shouting it at the Nazis rather than at the Jews. The Hitler Youth boy must have heard her because he glances over and sees me. And now he's coming over. Is he going to bash me for not mocking the Jewish people enough? No, he's grinning. Rickmal Crompton, he says to me, my favourite. I'm stunned. I've never met a Nazi Rickmal Crompton fan before. Plus, he speaks Polish with quite a good accent. Good stories, says the Hitler Youth boy, still smiling. Very funny. I nod. I'm trying to smile back, but behind the Hitler Youth boy I can see a Jewish man and a Jewish woman, their thin arms round each other, helping each other stagger along. They look like they're in so much pain. Somebody pushes past me. Violetta! I hear Genia yell frantically. Come back! I turn to see what Zelda's doing. Genia must have been distracted by the Nazi Rickmal Crompton fan too, because Zelda has pulled away from her and is darting past the Nazi supervisors. She goes up to the Jewish man and woman. My mummy and daddy are dead, she says to them. If you want, you can be their replacements. The man and the woman stare at her. So do I. She learned that word replacements from me, and I wish she hadn't. If you be my new mummy and daddy, Zelda says to the man and woman, you can come and live with me and Wilhelm and our Auntie Genia, and you won't have to go to the hot place. A Nazi soldier grabs Zelda with one hand and raises his rifle. He's going to smash her in the head with it. I fling myself forward. No! I shout. She's only little. She doesn't mean any harm. I'm scrabbling in my coat for Zelda's locket to show the Nazi she's one of them, but the pockets are full of fluff and my frantic fingers can't find it. The Nazi soldier turns angrily to me, and before I can plead any more, he jabs his rifle butt down, and my head explodes. Okay, we're going to leave it here now. Okay, so things are not looking great for Felix and Zelda, are they? We will find out more on Monday. So, hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget it's Friday, so send me your learning logs and any other work, or just let me know you're okay. And have a wonderful weekend. And I will check in with you again on Monday. See you later, guys.